everybody. My name is Nate Jarrell, and today we are going to be looking at some ways that you can expand your chord vocabulary and get some new voicings happening through what's called modal chord scales. We're going to be taking the Dorian, Mixolydian, and Lydian modes, and we are going to be harmonizing all of the notes in those scales with a chord underneath it to give you 7 different minor, dominant, and major chords to expand your vocabulary, but also to give you some ways that if you're playing in a trio setting and you need to be able to play the melody along with your chords, or you might be playing solo guitar, or maybe you're playing with another instrumentalist or singer, and you want to be able to play a note on top of your chord that's not going to clash with what they're doing, you'll be able to have a more conscious way to go about that through this process. So let's jump in and take a look at this, and we're going to get started with Dorian chords first. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this starting with the Dorian mode, and we are going to be building minor chords off of every note in that mode. Okay, we're going to be doing this in the key of G for each one of these chord types. So I'm going to start out by explaining the process of how we're getting these chord voicings. And then you're going to see examples for the Dorian, the Mixolydian, and the Lydian without me talking over the top, just following that same procedure that we're going to go through right now so that you can practice along with that and work on those yourself. So the first step and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to play the Dorian mode, G Dorian, going up just our first string here only on the E string, okay? So that is going to be G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, G. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to harmonize each of those notes from the scale with some sort of G minor chord underneath them. So to start with, that's just going to be a pretty plain G minor 7 chord, okay? With the G, first note in the scale, on the top. Now, to get our next note in the scale on the top, we can keep that same voicing and just add our third finger, and now we have G minor 9. Then we're going to move this up, and we're going to play right here with the third scale degree on the top. Now we have a G minor 7 with this B flat note on the top. Okay. Next voicing, we're going to actually omit the third, and we're going to have the C on the top. That's going to give us like a G minor 11 type of sound, but we don't have the third in the chord, but that's okay. That's still going to work just fine for us. Okay. Our next voicing we get, another G minor 7, but this time with the D on the top. Okay. From there, we're going to play that one, which is a bit of an interesting sounding one. I like that chord a lot. Okay. That's giving us another G minor 7 type sound, except we've added the 6th there. Okay. And then we're going to get just another G minor 7, but with the 7th on top. Okay. Now, for practical purposes, how we want to use these, that gives us 7 different voicings that we can play for a G minor chord. So then we're not just stuck playing when we're comping the same thing over and over again. Okay. We've got some other options there. That also means that we have a chord that's going to have the melody note on the top for any melody note that would work with that scale. Okay. So we can actually play melodies with our chords. Okay. Let's say I had a simple melody, something like, I could harmonize that now really easily with these chords we just played. So I played, so that's going to be, let's hear that one more time. Okay, so we took that little melody and we were able to play chords underneath it using this. Okay, it also allows us, if we're playing with an instrumentalist or a singer who's playing the melody, to make thoughtful choices about what notes are on top of our chords so that those might not clash or be dissonant with the melody note that's being played or sung by whoever is playing or singing the melody. Okay, so we're going to follow that exact same process as we go through the Mixolydian and the Lydian voicings for our dominant seventh and our major seventh type chords. And I'm not going to talk over that portion, as I mentioned. So you'll just see those voicings going by, but you will see on the screen what's being added to them, the ones that have extensions and things on them. So you have an idea of what that chord type is and what that sound is, just knowing that they could all be used in that context over, say, a dominant chord or a major chord. They would all be possible options when you're comping, or if you need to put the melody note on the top of a chord. So let's take a look at those next two sets of chord voicings. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you can take those chords and get some really useful ideas out of them for both your comping as well as maybe your solo guitar or trio playing. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Check out the other videos on the channel. There's more content being added each week. Thanks so much and have a great day.